got skills with the rock.
And you be Austin like Steve Austin. Steady Fawcett, we catch her from hitting Mashburn.
On the break, you want me to take it? It's took with a left, right, it should. Look,
More steals than Ricky hid from the Pac-10.
I ain't new to this. I give assists like a high school tutor. But who the hell said being a kid was easy? But ain't nothing going on but cash and me ballin'. But I guess they all is 'cause they hear a brother falling. Don't sweat it, everything's gonna be alright. Let's go back a few years to be exact. High school, the fools didn't know how to act. This ain't Joe's, the host treated me different. But I was good on the dribble like an infant. And it went all down the corner playing. And you see Berkeley, I was man. Every week, my name in the Campanelli. J Kid kicking ass like Jim Kelly.
And y'all more chicks think Kentucky's fried. The ones who say they didn't want to.
Well, they lied. And if you tried to kick it tough, look
The
at
Mavs
the meal ticket.
win by the hair of the chin chin,
Try my best to avoid Billy
113 to 107. But they shouldn't. But they shouldn't be happy. They should be ashamed. The Dallas Mavericks should be ashamed of the next
No.
Go down to the fire with the little podunk San Antonio Spurs. Really?
No. You said no. You said it's just the Spurs. It's the Spurs. We got this. We got this.
Yeah, we did get it.
That's what you said Sunday. We got this. It's Spurs. And I said this team does not handle success well every time. Every time they sit up there, they have a big win. They have a drop off. I don't know what it is. It just is. But Matt, hey, you got the win. Congratulations. You got it over the win. It's better to get a win while you chin is what I want to say, instead of getting a hot L. But so you got this win. Mavs win 113 to 107. Find a way to win against the team. Listen, Spurs. One thing, the Spurs are bad. Spurs, they're not a talented basketball team, but they play hard. They play very hard. You have to meet that. You have to meet that intensity. And when you don't, when you deal around and messing around with turnovers and goofy passes and lackadaisical defense, you play around your fool, you keep your teams in it, and hey, who knows what happens at the end? But the Mavs were able to, on the strength of Dante Exum. Dante Exum is my Mavs player tonight. He saved this game for the Mavs.
Yeah, man, Kyrie.
5 from 3. No, Dante Exum saved
Malcolm
this game
says
for
a
the Mavs.
win is a win. Yeah, Malcolm, a win is a win. But come on, man. We shouldn't be struggling. We shouldn't be struggling to be. We had this team up by how many points at one point?
Mavs were up by 13 in the second half in this game, and all of a sudden, hey, Derek Roberts, it's a game of runs, but a team like this shouldn't go on a 12-0 run and 11-1 run on a team that just got through beating the defending champion.
On an NBA, they shouldn't be doing this on the NBA Finals preparing team.
You kill all that. No, they ain't going no final. Hey, on the finals they go to, they play it on 2K. But Mavs get the win. Let's get to the team stats. And they don't look really good, but the Mavs got to win. The Mavs shot after shooting 4% in the first half. It went down to 48% as far as the total percentage. They shot 48% total for the game. Spurs shot 44% for the game. 3 points. The Mavs were god awful here too, but luckily the Spurs were worse. The Mavs were 10 out of 29. What Coach Kids always say: when this team is not hitting their threes, they really don't play that good at defense. They feel bad for themselves. Luckily they had a bad basketball team they played. That's 35%. If anybody want to know, the Mavs shot from 3. The Spurs didn't do much better. They were 14 out of 39 for 36%, so they were god awful too. Free throws, Mavs were 15 out of 17 for 88%. Didn't get to the line that much. That's because they were chucking up all them threes. The Spurs were 15 out of 21 for 71%. The Mavericks got out rebounded 48-40. Also, the Spurs had the offensive rebound edge 9-3. Assists were 31 at 31 apiece. Steals were also at 6 apiece. Blocks. Spurs, as we know, Wemby was in town. Spurs had 10 blocks today. Tonight. Maybe that's the reason why the Mavs were chunking all them threes. The Mavs only had 3. Total turnovers. The Spurs did help the Mavs. That was 16 turnovers. The Mavs only had 9. The Mavs had 10 points over those 16 turnovers. Fast break points were 14-12 in favor of the Spurs. Points in the paint, Mavs did have the edge there, Walt, 52-42. Let's get to the individual stats.
Wait a minute, are we doing stats and facts right now?
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. I thought we were just going over the team stats about how the Mavs let the damn San Antonio Spurs get back in this game.
Well, we can talk about that after we get to the individual box score. We can talk about that because it was
Christ.
It was bad. Let's get to PJ Washington, who was talking a lot of noise at the end of the game for a guy who was a minus 18. He only had 8 points, but he was talking a lot of trash at the end of the game. Feel like he pumped in 38 points. He only had 8. He's a minus 18. He had 6 rebounds. Was 2 of 5 from 3, 3 of 8 from the field in 34 minutes. Derrick Jones Jr. only played 15 minutes. Only had 4 points. He was a minus 2. 1 rebound in the game for Derrick Jones Jr. He was 2 of 2. Was he hurt?
Yeah. Lucas sucked and still had a triple double.
Yeah, he sucked. Still had a triple double. Was Derrick Jones hurt? He only had 15 minutes in this game.
What did the Suns do their last game against what type of team? Oh, they lost to the
Milwaukee Bucks beat the hell out of Spurs, even at present quo, man. Come on, don't do that.
Oh, and Giannis didn't even play in that game.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Daniel Gafford, 24 minutes. He had 13 points. He had 13 points plus 7. He had 8 boards.
Pierre said, "Start the parade right now. See you in the finals." Not after a performance like that, Pierre.
Who the Nuggets? Kyrie Irving.
No, he's talking about the Mavericks.
Kyrie Irving, 38 minutes. He had 28 points. He was minus 10. He had 2 steals. He had 3 assists.
Come on, man. Impossible. Don't do this, y'all. 3J Washington and Euro Khalid won the game.
No, they did. Kyrie was.
What the hell game were you guys watching tonight?
Kyrie was 0 of 5 from 3. He was 13 of 21 from the field. 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Luka Doncic did have his triple double. He had 18 points.
What is going on right now? What is going on? We stole one on the road. We need these. We stole one on the road. One on the road.
Boy, it's over. It's over. The season's over. You stole it against. God dog it. Oh, Luka Doncic had 18.
One for the worst team in the NBA. My God.
Luka Doncic had 18. He had 16 assists. He had 10 boards. He had a triple double. Luka Doncic was a plus 5 in this game. You don't want to know. He was 4 out of 5 from the free throw line.
Game show.
He was 2 out of 11 from 3. He was 6 out of 27 from the field in 40 minutes. Maxi Kleber, he was a plus 27. You know, he only took 1 shot in this game. He had 5 points, 4 assists. He had 1 board. That 1 shot he took, he was 1 of 1 from 3. Actually made all his field goals. He was 2 of 2 from the field in 22 minutes. Tim Hardaway Jr. only played 17 minutes. When he started clanking up threes, Jason Kidd was smart to get his ass out of there. He finished up with 5 points. He was plus 6, had 2 steals, 1 assist, 1 rebound. He was 1 of 2 from 3, 2 of 5 from the field. Derek Lively, 16 minutes. He's 5 of 7 from the field. He had 12 points, but he's a minus 4. He had 5 boards, 1 steal, 1 block. Dante Exum, the man of the night, 28 minutes. He was 5-8 from the field. He was 4-4 from 3, and they needed all those 12 points that he had. He was 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Finished up with 16 points and had a plus 16. He also had 2 assists and a rebound. He's my Mavs man of the night. Jaden Hardy, he had them 5 minutes.
A win is a win. Stack them. My God, boy.
Jaden Hardy, he had 5 minutes, but we had that basketball IQ play. Yeah, Jason Kidd didn't have to say you get no more. He finished over 5 minutes in the first half.
Can we talk about how bad Luka was tonight?
Plus
number?
+3. Oh, we already said, but we already went through. But you so locked in on with them Luka goggles you got on. The rest of the team all.
No. Don't do that. Luka was bad tonight. Don't do that.
Listen, hold on.
Apparently, he wasn't that bad because the plus minus telling us that he was good, bro.
Hold on.
Don't you hit him with that plus minus?
He was a plus. Hold on.
I cannot stand the plus minus.
Hold on. He was a +5. So when he was on the floor, he was a +5. He was a +5 when he was on
That's
the floor.
the dumbest stat in all sports, dude. The plus minus. Bro, the plus minus is almost like a tenth of yards down the field whenever a quarterback throws a ball. It's stupid, bro.
I'm cutting you off right now. I'm cutting you off right now. If you mention my +5, my plus and minus, I'm cutting you off. You hear me? I'm cutting you off. Now let's go on to the San Antonio Spurs. Champagne, he was a +3. He had 6 points, 3 boards, 1 assist. Jeremy Shohan. See what I'm saying?
Champagne.
Walt's favorite player. He had 13 points. He was a -3. He had 6 assists. He had 10 boards in this game. He was 4 out of 15 from the field, 3 out of 9 from 3.
These stats are Whoopi Goldberg ugly right now.
Victor, my guy Wemby in 32 minutes. He was 3 of 13 from the field, 0 of 4 from 3, 6 of 7 from the free throw line. He did have 11 rebounds, had 6 blocks, but he had 5 turnovers. Had 12 points, but he was a +5. Trey Jones was a +7. He had 22 points. He had 9 assists, 3 boards in this game, 8 and 11 from the field.
Plus minus? These guys lost. There is no plus minus.
The only argument I need, Sean. Derek Vassell, 36 minutes. He was 9 of 18 from the field. He had 19 points. He was a -18. He had 6 boards, 3 assists, and 3 steals. Mr. Barlow, he had 4 points in this game. He had in 16 minutes. Keldon Johnson, and before he went out with a hip injury in 28 minutes, he had 14 points, but he was a -8. He had 6 boards, 2 assists. Braham had 11 points in 20 minutes. He was a +5, had 4 rebounds, had 1 assist. Wesley was a -11. He had 1 point in 13 minutes. And that is your stats and facts of the night, brought to you by me and my plus minus.
Come on, man.
The greatest stat line in basketball.
Come on, man.
Plus minus.
Come on, man.
That tells the tale. So look at a great game. He's a +5.
I wish you guys nothing but best. The ceiling is the roof.
And that's about what it was tonight for the Mavericks. The ceiling was the roof.
My God.
Hey, question for y'all. Is the T-Wolves and Nuggets live right now?
Yeah, I don't know if it's live, but I see the score. It's not looking good.
Well, no, it's just a 2-point game. T-Wolves up 84-82.
But they came back. They were getting beat.
Over the Nuggets. Yeah.
Scores going off.
But is it live? So last night, who did they play with the dunk? What was that?
Oh, the Jazz.
That was Utah.
Oh, okay, so I guess we are live then. So
Yes,
yeah,
I thought plus minus was a hockey stat.
Well,
that's what I'm saying.
That's a real NBA stat.
Yeah.
Made by real NBA people.
And I'm sorry. Back to basketball real quick. The Nuggets better not beat the. The Nuggets better not lose to the T-Wolves. I'm gonna be pissed off, dude.
Only thing I think first, man, make sure them ribs is right.
Yeah, man, make sure you get
Ragged ass ribs.
Make sure you get that fat cap off them ribs.
Oh, that's it. So the Mavericks are chasing seedings right now, and so you got the T-Wolves in the barn burner against the world champions. And so if the T-Wolves lose right now, they're going into the fourth quarter. If the T-Wolves lose, then the Mavericks will be 6 by themselves.
This fool here said I thought the plus minus was my bank account. Come on, man. What are we doing right now? What are you doing right now, Campazzo?
Shout out to
the plus minus in your bank account?
Hey, man.
Come on.
So, Boss, what do you think about the game tonight?
You said it in the first half. The Mavericks were playing with their food a lot. But I am glad to see a team effort from Dante's of the world, the 3Js of the world. In the first half, it was all about bigs. And in the second half, the guard stepped up. Kyrie gave you a sensational second half. And then Luka turned it up just a little bit, especially with his passing and rebounding. But, I mean, he was shooting a lot of threes, and they were not going in. But at the same time, the Spurs also turned the ball over, too, which led to Maverick easy either layups or free throws. I did get concerned with Kyrie going to the locker room. I saw that, but I saw that he came right back out. So I was like, all right, we good there.
You know exactly
he had to go lose a couple of pounds in the bathroom. But yeah, I mean,
no, you know what that means. He's not playing next game.
I mean, it is Ramadan, so I think that Kyrie is like pretty much going to go to a Mexican restaurant in San Antonio and scarf down, dude.
I feel game was cool when your superstar had a bad game. And
you still got to win. Or you still got to win, yeah. But you got two superstars, so one of them cooked for you tonight.
But we know one thing. If this was 2 years ago, when Kyrie was on the team, this has been a hot hell. This has been a 13, 20-point loss right here.
I like Luka's interaction with the two bigs, two live crew.
It was live counting. It was live counting the first half.
Yeah, I mean, I love the chemistry with them syncing up with those alley hoops, man. It's pretty cool to see.
It did kind of upset me that the Mavs was still chunking threes when Wemby went out again because he was dog tired. The Mavs was still chunking threes and not going back to the lob. Because Wemby at one point Wemby was exhausted. He had to take a breather, I think, in the fourth. And the Mavericks should have immediately went back to that lob game. They didn't. It just went around, beat around and jacking up threes again. And that's when the Spurs actually went on their run.
And also the 3-point defense wasn't good in the third quarter, which kind of helped the Spurs stick around.
You mean when Derek Lively or some other Maverick was supposed to come out there and contest him, but just jumped up in the paint, clapped their hands, hoped it three wouldn't go in? That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's kind of a basketball trick that dudes do. But like Keldon Johnson and a couple of other guys was hitting threes in the corner right there in front of the Mavericks bench. Like if the Mavericks would have had Theo Pinson, those shots would have gone down in front of your bench. But I'm just saying.
Oh, God.
Theo Pinson would have yelled threes about him.
Oh, my God, the podcast. I mean, who the hell needs another podcaster? Well, I mean, the world's worse with podcasts. Anyway.
But all in all, though, I mean, I am kind of relieved that they escaped with a win, man, because again they're chasing seedings, and so I want to stay out of that play-in situation. Man.
Yeah, this is a game. You trying to stay out of play-in situation. That's fair. You can't lose this game. You can't lose none this week. These are teams that have already gone on vacation for the summer. You need to get these wins, and you need to get these wins in a dominant fashion. I understand. Listen, they got the win, but the Mavs played like dog crap today. They was inconsistent. But it was good to see a bad Luka game, and you still get a win. Because usually when Luka has a bad game, his team doesn't win. So it was
on a bad game because Luka just refused to do anything.
I love your Luka hate that you cut me off in mid-sentence. You couldn't wait till I finished to get that out. But
I'm just saying. I'm sorry. I just want to throw that out there. Let's not give Luka a pass tonight because he had triple-double.
Nobody's giving Luka a pass. We know you most of the hell ain't. But it's only 19 minutes.
Damn right I'm not.
It's only 19 minutes in the show. You got a few more time for you to say all your hate for Luka.
Yeah, no, because somebody's gonna come on this post-game show. Yeah, but Luka had a triple-double, so it don't matter. He got a triple-double.
Is EA finna come on the show?
Hey, Kendrick, do me a favor. What was Luka's stats from 3 tonight? What was Luka's stats from 3 tonight?
Get that for you, sir.
Yeah, just tell me. Just tell me that. That'll tell you all you need to know.
Oh, 2-11.
Wow.
You want me to get you want me to give
All
anybody?
games
Did you want me to give anybody else a stats from 3?
No, that's it. I'm good. That's good.
Well, see that
All
and
games don't have to be dominant.
see that's why I'm cutting you off right now. That's the problem. That's why I'm cutting you off right now. I'm cutting you off. Okay. It's like I said before.
This comment right here. All games don't have to be dominant.
Right.
Listen, I needed this one to be dominant. You know why I needed it to be dominant? Because I need the Mavericks to show growth that hey, we just beat the champ. We on the road. We gonna get this team up. I understand all these teams are professional, but the Mavs had multiple times in this ball. Tobias will vouch for this. The Mavs had multiple times in this game where they were up double digits and were just playing around with their food, just dumb passing, bad shot selection, bad defense. If you want to talk about winning a championship, these are the games you got to go out and hit teams in the mouth and say, hey, sending the message to the league. Hey, we here. We here to compete for a title.
Yeah.
Or you can just play around with the food.
Yeah, they got away with it tonight.
Yeah, they got away with it tonight.
I don't need to see it on Thursday night against Utah at the AAC. And then you got home and home with Utah, so it's here Utah and then there Utah. I don't need to see it here first.
Yeah,
so take care of business at home.
So Mavs are now 20. The Mavs are now 20-8 in games. But this one they didn't need to be 20. They didn't need to get their 20th plus game win in the season. They needed a nice, easy win. I understand that's a professional team over there too, but they needed a nice, easy, dominant win. It looked like this team was still high off their supply off Sunday, still smelling themselves.
Don't forget though that Wemby has been playing well.
Yeah,
and they did find a way to neutralize him.
Yeah, and that's what the crazy thing. They didn't even. I mean, they controlled Wemby in this game, and still the Spurs were hanging with me. At various points, took the lead in the second half.
Three-point shooting sometimes is it's the gift and the curse for the Mavericks. Because let's not forget 2 years ago when we were in the playoffs, they were living and dying by a 3-point shot. So now, so now what they've been doing is dying by the 3-point shot. I'm not really too concerned with that because, I mean, teams eventually do run out of gas. But, I mean, Luka, Kyrie, Exum, hopefully 3J gets it on track, and a couple of other guys can hit their threes consistently enough to where it cancels it out. So if a team makes 9 or whatever, then the Mavericks can make 11 or maybe 10 or,
Can I ask you a question, Toba?
Shoot.
Is it disturbing that the Mavs still don't have a consistent number 3 scorer? Because this is the type of game, if you had a consistent number 3 scorer, a guy that come in and get you 20 points, a game, then you still win this game easy.
I mean, they have one. It's just not the same guy every night. I'm not really too concerned about that. They have a two-headed monster. I'm good with that. To pretty much give me Gafford tonight, Lively tonight, Exum tonight, and then maybe next game it's Hardaway, and then maybe next game it's Lively again. I mean, I'm good with that. That's called team efforts. I'm fine with Luka and Kyrie being, pretty much being the main stars, and then a potentially Tim Hardaway Jr. I'm good with that because tonight they scored 113 points. Some nights they'll give you 140. Sometimes they'll give you 120. So the points will come. I need the defensive effort to be able to stand up because of playoffs and things like that. Like, the defense concerned me tonight because of the 3-point shot. That's my worry. I'm not really worried about matchups and things like that because I know Luka was messing around and playing around with his food in the first half and a lot of times in the third quarter. And then they got serious and then buckled down. So, I mean, a third scorer is not really needed. as long as you got contribution from every single player that Jason Kidd throws into the game. I'm good with that.
Okay.
Well, the champs playing around with the T-Wolves right now. The momentum is going to Minnesota's direction.
Well, Minnesota actually has the second best record in the NBA, or best record. I wouldn't say he's playing around the food.
Second base right now by half a game.
Even without Cat, they'll let you know a lot about Cat right now. They still winning on a high percentage pace, even when he went down. You know,
who has the tie? Who right now in the West? Who owns the tiebreaker between the Mavs and the Kings? Both of them got 41.
The Kings right now, but we played the Kings 2 times.
They don't, because the Kings won both games early this season against the Mavs. Okay. At home.
So if we can beat them the 2 times, we'll be tied. We'll be tied with them.
Yeah, those you got to get those games back, and that's basically gonna be for 6 right there. When that game comes, that's basically gonna be for that 6th spot right there.
Okay.
So, but like I said, you got to win. You know, you rather take the dub than the L, but I thought I understand they're a professional team, but you shouldn't have been struggling with these boys, especially when their best player was off, off tonight. So it wasn't like, you got a better team and their best player was off tonight, and at various times during the second half, even with Wemby struggling, they took the lead, from guys that I don't even know who the heck they is. So,
Okay, so I'm gonna get us a look over here at the standings real quick. Okay, so looking at the standings right now, let me get it pulled up on the screen. There we go. All right, so looking at the standings right now, the Mavs are 40-29. The Kings are 39-28 right now. Wait, do we move to the 6th spot right now?
Yeah,
no,
you're tied.
It'd be because of percentage things if it is.
Right.
And
so,
but once the Kings play and they win, they'll play that. Once the Kings play, if they win, they'll jump right back ahead because they got the tiebreaker.
Okay, so if the Kings lose, then we go to 6.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So
hopefully tomorrow or even Thursday.
They should have lost last night. The Grizzlies had them, but
Vosh,
shoot.
Out of the top 5 teams, which team would you want to see the least right now?
The least?
Yeah. Out of the Pelicans, Clippers, Nuggets, T-Wolves, and Thunder.
Well, the Clippers are still just doing Clipper things. Luka plays well against them. I still don't want to see the team. I think that the Mavericks can beat Oklahoma City in the 7. The T-Wolves maybe in the 7 because of Cat being out. So yeah, I mean the West right now is up for grabs. We just need the Mavericks to stop bullshitting and please show Maverick fans and the NBA that you're serious about this thing. If you're serious about it, then we'll be serious as fans. So like of those teams, the T-Wolves don't scare me. The Clippers don't scare me. New Orleans doesn't scare me. The Kings don't scare me. Phoenix doesn't scare me. The Lakers don't. Golden State worries me in the play-in situation. So yeah, I mean, again, the West is up for grabs. There's one team that worries me, and they're under you. So there's 2 teams in the West that worry me: Golden State Warriors and the Dallas Mavericks themselves.
I gotta be honest with you, Vosh. I've come around on that. I watched the Pelicans play the other night. I'm a little worried.
They play tonight too. I mean,
only thing about the Pelicans, I got to stay in the playoffs.
Exactly.
It's just different.
Hey,
Kendrick. Listen, this is Zion's first. This will be a Zion's first go around in the playoffs. So I just got to see it.
Hey,
I
Kendrick.
got to see it. Yeah.
Remember that comment I made about Zion eating his way out of the playoffs? I lied.
Listen,
He done lost some weight and he balling right now.
Yeah, but I got to see in the playoffs. You know, it's always your first go. It's your first go, and it's different. It just is. It just is. But as far as teams, I agree with you, Vosh. It's the team you just beat on Sunday, even though you beat them. But that team knows how. That team's won a championship. It knows how to win. It knows how to win. Whether in OKC, Minnesota, New Orleans, I don't know yet. I gotta see it. You just can't. I mean, regular season is different from the playoffs. It's more physical, more serious. Every play, every shot is magnified 100 times. And it's no more. Well, if we lose this game, well, we can pick it up in a week. Now, if you have a bad week, you're going home. So, as teams, I think the Mavs match up really good with OKC. I think depending on what Cat, if he's playing or not, if he's not playing, give me advantage Mavs. Give me both of those games in 6. Mavs win those in 6. The Clippers, give me Mavs in 7. I think Denver, give me Denver in 7. New Orleans, give me Mavs in 7, because like I said, I gotta see Zion go to playoff. Zion, he hasn't done this before. It is just different. And
so why do you say 7 then?
I give me Mavs because that's 2 even matched teams as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, but you got too many 7-game series in here, man. Like, you just
got through saying it's up for grabs. The West is up for grabs. So ain't nobody gonna be
West is, but like
nobody. Listen, Tobias. First round, you may have three series to go to 7. It's not gonna be no. Oh, you're gonna be sweeping teams or teams going out in 5. These all gonna be hard fought series from the start of the first round. Now in the East, you can have some 5-game series or
right, because the first series, the team's gonna get out and run. You're gonna run that series.
So you in the West, there ain't gonna be no running the team out in 5 games. It's gonna take you 6. It's gonna just is that these are good. The West is even. I mean, it's
the only team I see us start going 7 games with will probably be the Kings if we play them.
Yeah.
So you got them coming up on March 26th and March 29th.
But
so you got Utah, Kings. That's gonna be fun.
But these teams. If if the playoff, I'm just doing this. If the playoffs started today, and we just take out the play-in, you got OKC and Phoenix. OKC's not running away with that series. That series gonna go 6 to 7. If not, maybe if not KD going to Super KD, he may win that series. You got Minnesota and Dallas. No Cat. Give me Mavericks in that series.
Yeah, same.
You got Denver, Sacramento. Now that could be a 5-game series. That could be Denver in 5.
That Pelicans Clippers matchup would be the one I want to see. That'd be a good one.
That Pelican Clippers going 7. It's going 7.
Well,
it's going 7.
I keep saying the Clippers. I was fearing the Clippers, but their X factor is not there. He's not there right now.
And that would be a bloodbath. So you see what I'm saying, right? It's going. I mean, and we ain't talked about the Lakers and Golden State Warriors maybe not even being in the real playoffs. They could be gone.
Let me ask you this though, fellas. Could the Mavs beat the Suns in a play-in tournament game?
Yeah. Because listen.
Go ahead.
Listen, I don't trust you. Everybody knows my hatred for Devin Booker, but I just don't trust him in a do or die game. I've seen it too many times, but I've seen it too many times with AK. Shout out to Bad Bunny. I've seen it too many times with Devin. When it's a do or die game, when it's no pressure on him, that's why they got KD. When there's no pressure on him, he's great. But boy, when they get to 6 or 7 or do or die game, something about he just don't show up. Now, if you got a problem with that, if he's listening right now, prove me wrong. I dare you to prove me wrong.
Oh, I really would like for you to get out of people's bedrooms.
I'm just saying. Shout out to Bad Bunny.
First, you ran down poor little Brittany Mahomes. My God, her husband just won a Super Bowl. You just ran her down on Sunday.
I'm just
On her
saying,
average and all these other stuff.
I'm just saying she does.
Why do you run down Brittany Mahomes?
I mean, there's nothing wrong. Listen, there's nothing wrong with a C. I mean, I got C's and I turned out very well. I got C's in high school. Nothing wrong with a C. I'm proud of my C.
Brittany Mahomes, she's doable, gettable.
You see that snap?
I mean, she's kind of annoying. You see that beak she got in her face? He said beak. He said a beak. Damn. He called it a beak. Oh,
man, you can hang a hat on that nose, man.
Looking at these matchups, I mean, the only one that would be fun though is that Pelicans Suns situation. But like, I mean, the Pelicans ain't really, got that many true scorers outside of Ingram and McCollum. I'm not counting.
Yeah, now McCollum's been there, but he's never been the guy. He's going to have to take the shots. He usually with Dame Lillard, but he's been there. But the other guys, Ingram, Zion, the rest of these dudes, them guys ain't. I mean, they've been in the playoffs one time when they faced the Suns a couple years back, but they still lost.
Yeah.
I don't hear podcast George anymore. Okay.
Paul George, somewhere.
Yeah, podcast George.
Yeah, but when he turned to playoff P, it's a different story. And that's the scary person that we don't want to see is playoff P versus podcast George.
The Clippers, Tobias, the Clippers they're an interesting team. They got, now listen, this is what I think about the Clippers. They got the talent to win the finals, but they also got the talent to lose in the first round.
If the Clippers can't put it together and win this year, it's time to split that up.
I'm just saying they got the talent wise. We don't say that every year about the Clippers. They got the talent to win the whole thing, but they also can lose out in the first round. They are that extreme to me.
Y'all know who else got the same kind of talent that can get to the finals and win the finals? The local team that plays in downtown Dallas.
Oh yeah,
Same thing. If Luka and Kyrie are cooking, I mean, they do need a little bit better 3-point shooting, but if Luka and Kyrie are cooking and you're rebounding the ball like you do and scoring 55, 60 points in the paint like tonight, say, man, I'm sorry, Jokic. I'm sorry, whoever else.
You give the Mavs a puncher's chance because of this. Because they got two guys that can end series. They got two guys. You get them in a 7-game series. They can end games. They can end series. We've seen it before with Luka. We've seen it before in the finals with Kyrie. If those guys get hot, they can take over a series and basically end the series by themselves. But they have to be on that level. They're killers. That's what you wanted. You got two killers.
Say the words out of my mouth. Those are called killers. I'm sorry, LeBron fans, but LeBron's not a killer. He's a facilitator, and the Lakers, which is why they are where they are, don't have that killer. Anthony Davis is their killer. So, with that being said, look where they are right now.
Sabonis don't think so, Tobias. Sabonis don't think so.
What's that face for, Walt?
Because you're being disrespectful again.
Walt made a face though, like
when you say something negative about LeBron, he gets all up in his feelings.
Or say something factual about LeBron.
Oh, factual. Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I like that.
40,000 points don't impress me that much. Still a line from Shania Twain. But I mean, especially when you build your own team and you still can't get past. I don't know where they are right now, but I don't want to face them because of that same situation. So let's move amicably up north.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Oh yeah, the two
well, pretty much the real teams are. So speaking of real teams, the Dallas Mavericks have just about equal amount of shot that the T-Wolves have, that Denver has, that Phoenix has. I mean, Phoenix got some goods, and I even said it when they got Bradley Beal. even when I was campaigning to get Bradley Beal down in Dallas, I was like, well, Bradley Beal, he will get hurt on your ass in a heartbeat.
Soft
Will
tissue
miss
Beal.
20 to 25 games. He may be that same dude. Now, if they get Bradley Beal going in the playoffs, then it'll be a different situation. I don't want to see that part. Or
Vosh.
if KD gets cooking, it's the same thing.
Vosh, back to your LeBron James comment that I'm just not going to go into.
He
What did you
just
say?
can't let it
Say
go.
what did you say he
Go
was?
ahead.
You said he was a what scorer?
Not a killer.
He's the what scorer? He's the what?
40,000 points. Number one scorer of all time.
And he's the number one what?
Number one scorer of all time.
The only arguments I need, Sean.
Dang, well,
Okay.
dang, Walt,
I'll-
he done played 50 years in the league. He should be at 40,000 points.
Now, give us the same show. Give us the same soundbite. Go ahead.
Agree.
I'm
You
not.
say something.
Yeah, I got one.
God, no, man. And you put in the guy I hate the most. What the you are to shame yourself.
Well, you gonna hate
I'll-
this? Go ahead, Vosh.
Well, I'll say this. I'll see that. It's the argument I need, son. I'll see that part, then I'll raise you 6 championship, or maybe even 11.
I wish you guys nothing but best. The ceiling is the roof.
And that's what Jordan said to LeBron on his way out.
Oh, come on, man! Don't do that. Don't do that.
Ceiling is the roof. I wish you nothing but best. The ceiling.
I
Hey,
wish you never the best. You can't stop telling me the ceiling
yeah.
is the
What you
roof.
gonna do the podcast with JJ Reddick?
Go do go do your little
I
podcast.
got the 25% chump change.
Take Jordan. Go
We
ahead.
got Coach Kidd. We got Coach Kidd doing some talking finally.
This counts as W, obviously. So, what do you think of Exum's play down the stretch?
Yes, it does count as a W. Not all wins are pretty. But just understanding Exum down the stretch was huge. Big threes. Trust with that group that was out there on the defensive end. Offensively, it could be Kai, it could be Luka. It was Exum. Maxey made some great plays. PJ, that group trusted one another. But again, for us not to shoot the ball well, we relied on our defense to help us get this win. And that's, again, San Antonio is a team that puts a lot of pressure on your defense. I thought the guys did a really good job on Victor and Vassell. But again, we're getting great looks. Luka got a lot of great looks tonight, just didn't fall for him. But again, being able to find his teammates and trust them down the stretch, what a leader does, and he did that tonight.
Was there any reason or anything to take away from Luka's game other than that occasionally this just happens?
He's human. I think he still had a triple-double. I know that's boring, and it wasn't pretty, but like to be able to have a triple-double, he didn't shoot the ball well or to his standards, and then to be able to rebound. I thought, again, his leadership and trust down the stretch was big to be able to find Exum for the threes, to be able to give the ball up, let someone else get to the free throw line. He did all the little things, but again, for his standards or the standards that we all kind of hold him to, it just wasn't his shooting night, but he found a way to lead his team to victory.
In a way,
You guys shot 29 threes that hit 10. You know, those numbers have been down from where they've been a lot of this season. Do you see that as a new normal for you guys? Are you okay with those numbers if with it comes the kind of defensive focus that you're talking
If
about?
we're going to expend that much energy on defense, yeah, I think that's going to be our new norm. But at some point, the offense will match the defense, and vice versa. The defense will match the offense once we get our legs underneath us. We're getting great looks. I thought Timmy was good in the second half. He had some good looks. Exum hits the big game winners. But I think we're getting good looks, but the defense, as you can see, even on our poor shooting nights in the past, we would definitely have lost this game or games in the past, but we rely on our defense. We're getting stops. I thought another big possession, we subbed our defensive group in. They came up with a foul, but we got 2 missed free throws and the rebound, so they did their part. And so, again, the special teams and everybody's on pace. And I guess when you look at it, you're not going to always play perfect, but, you found a way to win tonight.
In the similar vein of what you're talking about, you didn't shoot well and still won. It also used to be if Luka particularly shot poorly, you definitely weren't going to win. So is that another kind of sign of growth where the rest of the team is obviously kind of built up around him, and you've got other finishers on the court?
Yeah, I think Kai started 7 for 7, so I think that helped. As Luka will probably tell you, he started 2 for 2. He thought he was going to have a big night. Didn't quite go that way, shooting the ball. But again, you bring up a very good point. If Luka is not on, we would most likely lose the game. But to be able to have the team and the depth that we have, there's other guys who can step up, and you saw that this evening.
What do you have to say about like the turnovers?
We would like to be a little bit better, but our quarterbacks, as you know, we trust. They're going to make the right plays. Again, Luka has some turnovers there, but give San Antonio credit. They're long, they're active, and they have a guy that can swipe, block or swipe a lot of shots. And so, but that's something that we got to be better at as we go forward, because every possession is going to mean something as the game's heightened here. So that's something again that we got to get better at.
Can you talk about Kyrie's last 3 performances?
Well, I think with the, I think he said it the other day, on an empty stomach, and being able to understand the details and push him. We were going to take him out, and he declined nicely. That he was not tired, and so to be able to do the things that he's doing and lead and help lead his team to victory with the fasting is remarkable, and it just shows how talented he is, not just physically but mentally too.
The defense was good, especially kind of for the pace. Were the corner threes? I know you've talked about corner threes. I believe there's 10 in the first half. That was 16 or 17. Is that still a little bit higher than what you're looking for, and what was the main breakdowns that you saw?
There was no breakdowns. The game plan. We labeled someone to shoot the threes. He made his first 2, and that was the only 2 shots he made for the half. So that's on the game plan. A lot of times it's not a breakdown. It's who we want to shoot the ball. And the guys are doing a great job of understanding what we're asking them to do and who the ball has to find. In this league, there's going to be times when guys make some early, but over the long haul, we believe that the misses will come into play, and we got to be able to rebound. And I thought we did a great job with that, of executing the game plan.
Thank you. Thank you.
Kendrick, this is the first time that I'm gonna agree with you. You say something about my coach. I think he might have been a little high tonight to say that Luka carried them to a win tonight. He said earlier in the press conference. First time I think my coach might be high, because Luka didn't carry the Mavs to nothing tonight, but almost carried them to a hot L. That's all Luka did tonight.
All that weed smoking back in the 90s, boy.
Yeah.
It's damage.
Yeah.
And also that you gonna designate anybody to, hey, that's part of the game play and let the guy shoot the ball. Well, guess what? One of them 3 Jeremy Shohan hit took the lead. So I don't know if he and he called a timeout immediately after that. So I don't know if he particularly was okay with that open shot. Listen, you got out here. You got out of here with a win. I will agree. Luka's human. He was God, but he didn't carry nobody no win tonight. Please. The rest of the team carried him to a win. I mean, lift him up out of whatever he is to get them to a win. But listen, you got to win. You got out of here. You rather have a win than a loss. Take it. Get on to the next one. And hopefully your Luka, this will be his only bad game he has. He'll get back to normal, because if he gets back to normal, the Mavs should beat the Jazz by double digits.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, go ahead, Vosh. Go ahead, Vosh.
Here's my last point real quick. He was referring to like Luka being a floor general, especially in the fourth quarter. Like Luka understanding what the situation was, then he's not trying to blow the doors over with a big ass three. He was just facilitating and finding guys cutting to the rim, stuff like that. That's what he was alluding to, but he just said it wrong. I think because Luka, like I said, Luka didn't carry you, but Luka had some big ass plays in the fourth quarter, especially like finding exit and shooting 3-pointers and things like that. Like he made some plays down the stretch that helped the Mavericks win, and so he cannot be left out of the conversation.
Yeah, I agree with that. He realized he didn't have it and said, pass the ball to some of these open guys that was sitting up here and see if they can hit it. But he did that right. I would give him that.
It's the least he could do after he almost shot us out of the game anyway.
Because the start of the second half, he was god awful with.
My God, he was god. I mean, my God,
he was 2 bad turnovers and 2 bad threes, and all of a sudden that 9-point lead, the Spurs had that down. It was a 1-point lead. Coach, you had to call timeout, but hope he got his bad game out the way. It happens, and move on.
Well, I was about to say I wanted to play a game with you guys real quick, but looks like we got Dante Exum,
the X-Man,
the guy who actually saved us tonight. Let's call him what he did. He was acting like a hero. Superhero when turned into the X-Man and hit the game-winning shot that pretty much got us back the dub.
He was 4-4 in his threes, and the Mavericks needed every last one of them.
Yeah, and Kendrick, you know what? You were talking about our third scorer on the team. Why can't it be Dante Exum? I mean, it's been twice now that he's hit the big. This is 2 big games now. He's hit the big three.
We know it ain't PJ.
Oh,
already done fell off that hill. I tried to
call him what he really is. J. Washington.
I'm just thinking out the playoffs. You know, if you need that third guy to maybe get you 20 consistently in the series, and do they have that? So I'm just me thinking out loud. Anyway, let's hear from Dante.
Let's go to the X-Man and hear what he has to say.
What did you see? What was going through your mind when I think the third one where you just pulled it?
Yeah, and I think they're playing off me, and clock was running down, and obviously I felt good and had confidence in my shot. So I think it was just going back to what I've done, what I've worked on, and just shoot with confidence. It's the main thing.
You guys are a shot making team based on Luka and Kyrie on a night where Luka, for whatever reason, just can't get his to go. Like, do you feel responsibility as this team's third ball handler to be able to step up in situations like this?
Yeah, no, 100%. I think no matter how Luka's playing, if he's playing amazing, he's going to get doubled. If he's playing bad, he's going to get doubled. So he's going to. He's always going to create opportunities for everyone to score and make the next play. So I think it's just on us to be confident in that and just do that.
As you're going through the game, are you kind of expecting Luka to snap out of it at some point?
Yeah, I think anyone watching is gonna he's gonna catch fire or hit a few shots, but I think just the way the game was going, it was just a grind out game, and if he was hitting shots, if he wasn't, it didn't matter. We just needed to get stops, and we were able to.
What does it say to the new way that this team is winning games, that you guys are not hitting 17, 18 threes? I believe you had 10 tonight, but it's much more focused around second chance, points in the paint and defensive stops.
Yeah, and I think once we try to make this playoff push, it's going to be important to we're going to have nights like this, and we're going to have to rely on our defense and transition, getting easy buckets, layups, Gafford at the rim for dunks, lively as well. So I think it's sometimes the best way to play basketball is the easy way rather than the hardest shots possible. So
right, it's real different from where you were to start the year.
Yeah.
And what do you attribute to the defensive turnaround?
I think it's just guys getting used to each other. Obviously I think it's we haven't changed anything, but it's more of buy-in to what the coaches are doing. The coaches have done a great job of just constantly being on us about our defensive rotations. I think one thing that's helped us is Sweeney's been in the timeout, every timeout, talking us, getting everyone on the same page. I think that's big for us. Just everyone knowing what we're doing and what's the defense coverage when we're going out. It's the little things that are helping us.
And then you're back in a position. I mean, you were having a really strong season until January. How does it feel to be not only back on the court but contributing in crunch time like this?
Yeah, I think it's a big thing. Obviously when you go down, you're trying to find rhythm, get back in. We made trades, we did all that, and just to come back in and be able to play and contribute to a win. That's all I want to do, and hopefully can keep going like this, and I can keep helping the team win.
What's it do for this team's mental frame of mind when you can pull out a game like this and Luka's having the kind of night he had?
Yeah, I think it's big, but we've always had it's kind of cliche, but it's always that next man up type thing, and you've seen it with guys being out. Josh is down now, so Hardy's playing good minutes as well. So it's kind of just always been a theme for this team and throughout this year, and it's no different on a nightly basis. So.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
Well, what do you think about that, Kendrick?
Yeah, man. Listen, we talked about this early in the season, man. I said Dante was my fourth best man behind Luka, Kyrie, and D-Line. Because the fact we talked about this. Dante is a guy who he's a big guard, but he's a big point guard, just like Luka. He don't have the skill set Luka is, but he's a big point guard. But he's a guy who can defend. He's a two-way player. He can score and he can defend. So he can close games and he can get you points. So he's a two-way player. And on this team, you need that. He can get you 15 to 16 points a game, and he can take your best defensive assignment as far as the wings or the guards. And trust me, when you got Luka and Kyrie, who aren't your best defenders, having a guy like that, and he can also hit shots, that makes a big difference. He won you this game tonight. And like I said, and you get a guy like this who's been out the league. He's been overseas, and he wants to get back. And so you got a guy like that. He's hungry because it may not happen for him as far as getting a big contract or getting a long-term deal on this team, but he's fighting his way to stay in the NBA. He doesn't. This probably could be his last chance. So he's gonna fight like hell. So for the Mavs to get this guy is a big time get. And I think he's gonna pay off because he knows he's fighting for his NBA survival. If he doesn't get it done now, he may not never get back in the league. This could be his last chance. You'll get too many of these. So he's gonna give everything he's got. I think one guy you don't have to worry about is Dante Exum as far as his intention and he's taking the game seriously. He's gonna take the game seriously because he knows he doesn't have maybe about this chance to get back in the league and actually stay in the league. So I think the Mavs had a good get. He doesn't have to start the games, just like Walt you said. Have Junior start the games, but I do know he needs to close them. He needs to close out
definitely
games.
Needs to be the closing lineup. Definitely needs to be the closing lineup. All right, Kendrick, want to do something with you here real quick. Little quick gameplay. Gonna call this dub or hot L. You know about hot L's.
Yeah. Well, the Cowboys have had a lot of them, and the Mavs.
All right, so this is how we do this. We're gonna look at the schedule here. You tell me if it's a dub or if it's a hot L coming up.
Okay.
With what's left.
Okay. Let's get it.
Starting off this Thursday at home against the Utah Jazz. Is that a dub or a hot L?
Dub.
Okay. Next Monday on the road against Utah. Dub or hot L?
Give me a dub. It better be a dub. Yeah, you don't need to. These next two games, you better win these.
We got a back-to-back next Tuesday with the Sacramento Kings. Late night game for us. And we got 2 late night games.
Well, give me
both against the Kings.
Yeah,
give
me the first one an L. Give me an L. Sorry.
You said give you an L for the first
one?
Give
me an L on the first one. Give me a dub on the second
one. Next up, next Sunday, we're gonna be playing the Houston Rockets.
Rockets been playing good this last month, man. But this is a game that they're a team that's they're not making a play-in, so they should be in a reserve mode. Give me the Mavs in a dub.
Next Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
The following Tuesday against the Golden State Warriors in Golden State again, or this time.
I think the Warriors are done. I think the Warriors are done. I think they're done. I saw them last night against the Knicks. I think they're done. Give me a dub.
Okay, so you got them for a dub.
They'll make the play-in. They'll make the 10th spot in the play-in. But I think they're one and done. I think they're done. Give me the dub.
I believe we have a back-to-back that's going to with the Hawks on that, because the 4th of April is going to be a Wednesday at 6:30 against the Hawks. Man, that's a quick turnaround, ain't it?
Yeah, give me the Mavs. I don't think Luka will score 73 in that game. I think they're gonna double team him soon. He getting in the arena, but look for Kyrie to have a big game.
Oh wait, never mind. I'm sorry. That's okay. Okay, I was looking at that wrong. Okay, I was thinking we had okay. So they play Tuesday. Is April 2nd. April 4th is a Thursday. Okay. But they still do have a back-to-back. They do have a back-to-back against the Warriors on the back end, which is here in Dallas this time. So we got 2 games here back-to-back, which is the Hawks and the Warriors. Actually, 3 games here.
Okay, give me, like I said, give me against the Hawks. Give me Kyrie get a 50-point game in that one, dub.
Okay. That's the Hawks, right?
Yeah, and who's next?
Okay, you got the Warriors again at home.
Like I said, I think the Warriors are done. Give me the Mavs, and that was big. Give me that Mavs and that big.
Okay, and night 1 of WrestleMania.
Oh my God.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, this is night 2 of WrestleMania.
Dang.
Night 2 of WrestleMania. The Mavs and the Rockets. Again.
Where's that at?
Here at home.
Give me the Mavs. Duh.
And then we go back on the road to take on the little podunk Charlotte Hornets.
Give me a cheap shot by Grant Williams on Luka, but give me the dub.
That will be April. That's gonna be April 9th, and then we got a back-to-back again on April 10th with the Miami Heat in Miami.
Give me an L on that one.
That's a Wednesday night. That's gonna be a Wednesday night.
Man, Miami Heat gonna be looking to try to get in the playoffs. I think the Mavs gonna be solidified where they're at by then. So
yep, and then we got the Pistons on the 12th.
Give me a dub. That's a dub.
And then on the 14th, the last game of the season, we got the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Now that could be tricky. Because depending on what OKC is at. Now, if they're locked up their seating, they're not going to play anybody. I'm going to say if their seating locked up. Now, if they're in a dogfight for first or second, they're playing. So, give me. I think they've been locked up their seating. Give me a dub on that one.
Okay. And that's the rest of the schedule for the rest of the season right there.
I got y'all call me a Mavs hater. The rest of that way, I only got the Mavs losing twice. And y'all sit there and call me a hater. Y'all be ashamed of yourself.
Well, the thing is with you though, you could switch your picks by the time the games come around.
Yeah, man. That is true. You told no lies there.
So, all right, Kendrick. Let's get you queued up here, and you can give us the scores, and we can get on out of here for the night.
All right, let's get the scores. Let's get it. Cue me up. My favorite theme music, by the way. Okay, it was a light schedule in the NBA today. Only 5 games. Let's start in the Magic Kingdom. My favorite coach, Coach Mose, gets another win. Orlando Magic's making the playoff, not the play-in. They're making the playoff. The Orlando Magic beat Grant Williams and the Charlotte Hornets.
Oh, come on, man. That's not. Come on, man. Don't brag about that, man. It's not something to brag about.
112 to 92. 92.
Come on, man.
Well, Grant, all I got to say, they got Rocket Burger up there in North Carolina. Brian Showroom. Okay, speaking of Rockets, the Houston Rockets defeated the Washington Wizards.
You know what? You know what? They won tonight. If they win again, they could move up to the 4th spot, and the Knicks lose. They could be the 4th seed in the Eastern Conference. Orlando Magic.
I'm trying to tell you, Orlando
Magic.
Magic.
Man. Hey, listen, that's a sleeper team right there.
I would I told you earlier this season. I said Orlando Magic is making the playoffs. I told you.
You did say that. You did say that.
They're not making the play-in. They actually making the playoff. The Houston Rockets defeated the Washington Wizards. They're already gone for the summer. 137 to 114.
1-2-3 Cancun.
Yeah. Speaking of teams that's on a streak, man, the New Orleans Pelicans, they're the hot team right now. Defeated the Brooklyn Nets, and they're playing some hellified defense, man. 104 to 91. As we know, the Dallas Mavericks defeated San Antonio Spurs 113 to 107. Big game by our boy Dante Exum. And also the Denver Nuggets in a barn burner defeat the Minnesota Timberwolves 115 to 112, bouncing back after that hot L they took by the Dallas Mavericks. Big win by the by the Denver Nuggets defeating the Timberwolves. And as on tap for tomorrow, if anybody wants to know, a much bigger schedule on Wednesday. We got Heat Cavaliers. We also have Pacers Pistons on ESPN. Big time game. Hopefully Giannis not running in this one like he did last time. Milwaukee Bucks visit the Garden to play the Celtics. Battle of the first and second place teams in the East. We got the Sacramento Kings versus the Toronto Raptors. The Utah Jazz versus the OKC Thunder. The Grizzlies going to San Francisco to face the Golden State Warriors. That will be on ESPN. We got the Philadelphia 76ers against the Phoenix Suns. Phoenix favored by 8.5 in that one. The Clippers head to Portland to face the Portland Trail Blazers. Clippers favored by 11.5 in that one. And as we always know, the Dallas Mavericks on Thursday, March 21st, back at home before their long 5-game road trip. They host the Utah Jazz, and then we know on Saturday they is that Saturday or Sunday?
We don't play again until next Monday.
Next Monday, and then we know next Monday.
Thursday we don't play again until next Monday.
Next Monday they head to Utah to play the Jazz. So one more game this week on Thursday, and then on the road for a 5-gamer starting on Monday against the same Utah Jazz. And that's your scores around the association. Brought to you by us. And the Dallas Wings, and the Dallas Stars, and the Texas Rangers, Cowboys, and also the Mavs.
Any more interviews before we get out of here? Oh, we actually do.
Who? Everybody sucked tonight except Dante X.
No,
I know that PJ Washington.
No, God, no. He no Jay Washington, absolutely not.
I'm not talking trash after the game with his 8 points.
No, it's actually the man who got us on the run and who kind of saved the day again today. Man, he needs a superhero cape. I mean, not only is he a role model, but my God, he's a superhero too for these damn Dallas Mavericks because they just can't put it together. But we're gonna hear from the role model.
Well,
role model.
You know, Jewish people. And
Yes,
people
Seahawk.
different.
Yes, Seahawk. All right, let's go to Kyrie real quick. It's been a while since Kyrie's been on the post-game show. That frequent off. He takes a long time.
I don't know why he thought. I don't know. Asked him. He takes the long showers.
It takes a long shower, but you know what? It's Ramadan, so he probably trying to hurry up and get out so he can get him something to eat.
What does it say about this team that you guys keep finding different ways to win? Maybe that one.
Maybe this one. Doesn't matter. No, I feel like tonight was one of those tests for us where we had our foot off the gas pedal a little bit. Start off the game, it was real easy. We were going back and forth with them, trading punches, and we gave them confidence when they came out at halftime and they took the lead for a little bit. And going into the fourth quarter, it was a tough game. So handle your business early and you give other teams confidence. I mean, they're pros too, so the respect was there. But I think some of our adjustments that we talked about going into the game, we didn't execute them at a high level. It was one of those ugly games, but it's a true testament to us just staying the course, being mature about it down the stretch, staying poised, and getting to our spots when we need it. We didn't shoot the ball particularly well, but I feel like we put ourselves in a great position to win the ball game down the stretch. We know this is an unusual Luka game. Is there a moment that you realize that it's you as a teammate, it's your responsibility to pick him up on an off night? Yeah, I mean it's a collective responsibility. We expect a lot out of Luka. He expects a lot of himself. The kid's hungry. I don't want to call him a kid, but the guy's hungry to be perfect every single night, and I admire that about him. But he's human, just like the rest of us, and when he's not able to hit shots that he normally makes, we got to pick him up. But I like that he was still aggressive. I like that he still was remaining, aggressive in terms of coming off the pick and roll and making plays. He had 16 assists tonight, 10 rebounds. So he was doing all the little things. I was just trying to encourage him. And those shots he normally makes, they'll go in moving forward. I'm not worried, but true testament to our team, just us being able to galvanize around that. Kind of going on with Luka and me pushing the pace a little bit more and getting other guys involved and just being aggressive. In addition to you, what's the importance of Dante? Just providing, third ball. He's a pressure reliever, man. Yeah. He's like one of those Swiss Army knives that you could throw in there at any point. Could play with anybody out there at any point, and it makes a big difference for us, man. It takes a ton of weight off our shoulders.
Why do you think that this team has been able to kind of flip the switch on defense?
We made adjustments to our lineup, and since then, I think the numbers have spoken for themselves. We have a good starting five where we're defensive-minded first, and we got guys that get us extra possessions. And it's no knock on the starting lineup that we had majority of the season or guys that we had in the locker room, but I think we found a fit that works, and we're sticking to it. And we have a lot of trust in each other, and guys are settling into their roles a little bit better. And I think the patience is there, and then also we talk about the maturity, but we do our best as professionals to tell you guys in media what we go through on a day-to-day basis on what it's like to be in the starting lineup and then come off the bench, or somebody come off the bench, or be coming off the bench and then go into the starting lineup. It's an adjustment for everybody, and I think when we were going through that transitional phase, it wasn't the prettiest. We weren't getting a lot of stops, so once we found something that clicked and worked, I think we just feed confidence to that, feed positive encouragement, and now we're seeing results. So, regardless of how we start the game, we're just worried about how we play well for each other and continue to encourage in each other through the adversity of the game, which is naturally going to come.
It's been 9 evenings. How's the last 3 evenings been for you? Not just on the court, but just off the court.
Man,
It's been incredible, man. It's been incredible. I've been challenging myself mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and also accepting everything that comes with this. So I'll just leave it at that. It's been cool.
But you got a guy like Wemby in there. You're such a creative finisher.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have to? Obviously you're aware of where he is. Do you have to change anything to compensate or
yeah, you gotta be aware of him, like late challenging, and his timing is so. Like, he has the timing of a guard. I don't know if it's just he's played against guards, but I'm just saying I think he's had a lot of reps of playing against good guards and guarding them one-on-one. Like today, I thought I had a reverse layup, and he ended up blocking it on the left side because I thought he was going to be on the right side, but he has this long wingspan, so he covers up a lot of space. And me as a competitor and a challenger, I like going in there and challenging him because if you could finish on Wemby, I feel like you could finish on anybody in the world. And he's going to block some, and he's going to make you change it, but it's only going to make you better as a basketball player, and that's what I want, and I think everybody should relish in that, but also be smart in challenging him because he does bait you a lot. He does do things like a defensive player of the year would. He's showing signs that he's exceeded all the defensive player of the year stats previous to guys that have won it. You guys see it. I don't know who they're going to pick, but he has all the tools to be named defensive player of the year.
So he's a candidate for sure.
He's for sure a candidate. I don't know how he wouldn't be. Unless the game's played and minutes, but he's every defensive player of the year that's won in the past few years. He's like almost head and shoulders, and we still have 15 some odd games or some games left. So I give him credit for being such a young player, but learning on the fly and doing everything he can to get his team wins.
I can't remember if he was on the court or even in the vicinity, but I can't remember if he was on the court or even the vicinity, but you had a dunk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, was that?
Am I the career high this year? I think I'm 3 dunks. I'm 3 dunks in.
That is 3.
Yeah. I'm 3 dunks. I think that's my career high.
You're gonna be Luka for sure. It seems
you
like.
watch the movie Benjamin Button?
What
if I'm getting more athletic in my 30s? Like that would be a heck of a thing, wouldn't it?
That'd be impressive.
Yeah, with no screws in my knee, with no almost bad ankle. Yeah, it took me a few years to get healthy.
Next season dunk contest?
No.
Well.
It's nice when Tim Cato try to slide that one in there, Tim Cato. Shout out to Grant Abscess for these great post-game videos that he got for us tonight. Big ups to you, Grant. We're going to have Grant here in the studio with us here pretty soon this summer. Can't wait. I see why he talked forever. He got to throw on those bracelets in Erykah Badu. Come on, man. Come on, man. Don't do that.
Yeah, man.
He said, I see why he take forever. He got to throw on those bracelets of Erykah Badu. Come on, Pierre. Don't do that, Pierre.
Yo, man. Listen. Kyrie. Listen. He told the truth. Bottom line is the Mavs were playing with their food in the first half. When you do, these guys are pros, man. You get in these kind of games. So hope it's a lesson learned. Hopefully they take this on the Thursday, and when they got a chance to get out on the Jazz. Because Jazz are one of those teams that on the downside of the season. Get on this team and keep them down. Because if it gets to a 50-50 game, anybody can hit a shot. Anybody hit it, whether it's luck or not. So Kyrie addressed, I'm pretty sure he addressed it with his team about as far as taking games seriously. I don't think the game was really taken seriously coming out the start of the game and coming out of the first half. But you got the win. And that's all that counts. But hopefully, some lessons learned. You can learn lessons from wins and losses, as Coach Kidd always says.
Yep. All right, man. So, we'll be back Thursday night when the Mavs take on
Jazz.
Game 1 of Utah Jazz.
Yep, and then on the road. But then the next time we'll be off till Monday.
Yeah, man. I'm actually going to enjoy some March Madness tournament this weekend.
Tournament.
Yeah. I got my bracket already filled out for the men's and women. So I'm gonna enjoy this weekend off. Okay. Probably last weekend we get off for a while.
Well, Joe, I'm gonna enjoy. I may go to church. I'm probably going to church on Sunday. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know if I told you the church.
You want to join me, Walt? You want to join me?
Well, there's a church. There's a church here at the bottom of the studio now that I might go to if I were to go.
Oh, okay. Okay. What you,
Yeah,
what you talking about?
we got a church in the building.
Yeah, man. Make sure you have your money for you to get a collection plate, man. Need help.
You know, they probably gonna well, I don't know. I had to go there and assist. They might be one of them churches that pass it around like 4 or 5 times. I can't deal with that church. Can't deal with that church.
You gotta build. Hey, man, you gotta get a church building fund going.
Yeah, we running a little light this week, y'all. We need y'all to pass. We need y'all to pass around again. That I had to get up and be like, man, I'm out of here. I am out of here. But we'll be back on Thursday. Until then, keep your feet on the ground. Keep reaching for the stars. Always do what's best for business. If we don't see you around, then we will see you around
Thursday
when the Mavs take on the Utah Jazz. Pregame will start. Let's see. Oh, it's an 8 o'clock game. So pregame will start. Oh no, it's 7:30. So pregame will start at 7 o'clock. We're gonna start pregame at 7 o'clock this Thursday.
Yes, sir.